Mr. Toastmaster, members, and guests. At home one evening, I heard a melodious ringing sound from the front door. This was odd, as I don't have a doorbell. I opened the door and discovered a man dressed in an all-white suit, looking like some angelic version of John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever. "May I help you?" I said. There was a harp glissando, and he spoke. "My employer would like to have dinner with you. You like lobster thermidor, right?" "Yes, but how did he know?" "He's omniscient." "Omniscient?" "Yeah, he knows everything. That's what omniscient means. You really ought to clear the word." "Here's his card." I noticed it was blank. "Yeah, he likes it that way. People keep arguing on how to pronounce his name. Even Bible scholars don't agree." I was stunned. "Come on, there's a car waiting." And what a car it was. An all-white, all-electric 2019 BMW convertible. I promised I wouldn't tell, but just between us, tail fins are coming back. The car hummed its way to a fancy Beverly Hills restaurant. I was searched for recording devices and given a pair of thick sunglasses. "What are these for?" I asked. "People forget that glory means intense brightness. You really ought to clear the word." The place was empty except for a corner booth. There sat an old man with a snowy white beard. His face looked very familiar, like I'd seen it on paintings or book covers. I approached cautiously. A thunderous voice spake unto me, saying, "Please have a seat." I sat. After an uncomfortable silence, I spoke. I get it. This is a dream, right? And you're God, right?" "Half right," he thundered. "Which half?" I replied meekly. He just smiled beatifically. A waiter appeared. The lobster was cooked to perfection. My host was served a bowl of matzo ball soup. This seemed way too obvious, so I became suspicious. "How do I know you're not an imposter?" I challenged. "Could an imposter do this? Behold!" At once the thermidor started bubbling. The lobster pieces jumped out, reassembled themselves into a whole 2-pound Maine lobster, which jumped off the table, scuttled across the floor, and out the door onto Wilshire Boulevard. I was dumbstruck. He frowned. "You shouldn't be eating that anyway. It's trafe." I'm sorry. What can I do? What can I do for you?" "I've had my eye on you. You're just the person with the moral fiber for the job, if we ignore that incident back in 1964 with the underage girl." He really was omniscient. "What job?" I asked hurriedly. "Mine. I'm retiring. I want to spend more time with my family." "Of course," I said. "You'll have help. Nowadays, it's all done by committee. The downside is you need to listen to their dumb ideas, but in the end, you're omnipotent." Would they call me, what, God? No, your title will be chairman. "Don't you mean chairperson?" "Oi, I keep forgetting. Chairperson." "So what do I do?" "Whatever you want." "That's it?" "That's what omnipotent means. You really ought to clear the word." "And I'm answerable to no one?" "Wrong. You're answerable to yourself. Believe you me, that's a lot worse." I'm honored," I said. "Don't let it go to your head. You weren't my first choice." Oprah Winfrey turned me down this afternoon. I was a bit hurt, but tried not to show it, and I was overwhelmed by his offer. "If you don't want the job, I'll understand. I'm used to rejection, just like you. So, is it yes or no?" It was very tempting, but I thought of all the incomplete cycles I had and all of my responsibilities. I wanted to finish the Competent Communicator's Manual. I had promised myself to do the entire bridge, but most of all, I needed to pay off my student loan. So I politely refused the offer, thanked him profusely for the honor, and took my leave. He gave me cab fare to get home. Now, I can see by the looks on your faces that you doubt me. I'm not lying. I swear to you. I turned down a job offer to be God. If I'm not telling the truth, let lightning strike me now. Mr. Toastmaster, help!
Yeah.